Hi friends, welcome back. Thank you so much for being patient. I have not posted in quite a while. There's been a lot going on and I'm going to be really transparent with you. I think my last video was June. We did a June garden tour. I do remember that. And then, oh yes, June 3rd is when the front yard project started. And I am not going to even go there. It was a lot. I really thought that I would just be sitting in my living room watching the whole thing happening. That was not the scene. I actually had to go out and be the project manager. And I am telling you guys, I had to be the project manager almost every day. And I was very frustrated. Many things, maybe because I'm so particular, many things weren't done the way I would have liked them. So we had that. I had to make sure that I told them, redo it. The lines aren't straight. Almost like I had to tell them how to do their job. And I'm not trying to, the owner was amazing. He was a very nice guy, but I did not expect it to, I did not anticipate being a project manager. And so that was a lot of stress. And it literally just finished last week. So it was almost a 7.5-week project. Furthermore, my daughter had her heart surgery on June 20th. So on top of the house being a mess, no walkway, nothing, my poor daughter had her hopefully last 4th heart surgery. So we had recovery, and all my intentions are for my daughter. That's, you know, like all of us, our kids are number one. And so I make sure, and there goes Blue, I make sure that she was comfortable and she was okay and taking care of her. So I had that also happening. So between all that, it's just been a lot. And I also manage a business. So it was just a lot, guys. So thank you so much for your patience. I love to see like, hey, where are you? I think Nita would always be like, hey, where are you? I missed you. So I love that. Just encouraged us to come back out here and to refocus on things that would make me happy. And sharing my garden with you guys always makes me so happy because I always can't wait. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to show them this and I can't wait to show you that. So this might be a little longer video, but I just want to show you what the garden's doing. I've lost some things. I have replanted some things just because of the heat. All the pansies are gone. It hasn't been that hot. Sorry, it's my neighbor doing something up here. It hasn't been that hot, but now it's starting to heat up. So let me show you around the garden. So I wanted to just show you down the healing garden here. So the Climate Edens have put a second push of blooms. They were absolutely glorious last week, and I'm sorry, I wish I could have showed you guys, but I didn't. But you guys could see that we still have new blooms and new buds coming up. So she's still, you know, blooming her little heart out. And then through this area here, all the pansies I took out, and I planted all these, all the purple ones. I think they're called agritums. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that or that's not the right botanical name, but planted all those. And something I did learn, guys, is I actually broke a little stem here and I stuck it in the ground. And she's doing really good for just being just a cutting. I just stuck a cutting in the ground. I always like to experiment to see if I break something, if I stick them in the ground as a cutting. Do they do well? Do they need root compound or that, you know, to help it grow? But she's actually, I was pretty surprised that she did so good. And then our fruit tree, we have some plums, so we have been harvesting some plums. In fact, we have another plum up here, and that's been a lot of fun to come out here and harvest the fruit. My dog Blue loves it, so we always find remnants of plums on the floor. And then I think this is, you guys, I can't remember. Is it an apricot?
Yeah.
Oh, it's an apricot. Okay, because I always forget if it's a peach or apricot. So we have the apricot there. And she's just really pretty and green, and I love the space. And then here I have a new bloom of it's called a sugar moon. And she is absolutely just the purest white. And it's so pretty with the pink wall in the backdrop that she really glows in the evening hours. So look at that. She is just so pretty. And oh, she smells so good. Love it. Yes, I know you are very pretty, but you gotta let go. Okay, so everything is just kind of, doing their little summer thing. The, what is it, Vanilla Twist Red Bud. Just really pretty, that really pretty backdrop on this bench here, and I just love it. Um, oh, Jade, you're Cecile, oh no, it is Cecile Bruner. Is it? No, Sally Bruner? Cecile Bruner, Rose, because that's Sally Holmes. So Cecile Bruner Rose, she's really put on a lot of growth, and I haven't had the opportunity to kind of intertwine her with the trellis, but you could see that she's really growing, and kind of love that. I'm just waiting for the little flowers. We had a little cluster here, but right now it's all greenery. Oh, look at this. Oh, and the crepe myrtle tree, Jade. Look at that. She has more blooms on the other side. But here we have the climbing Edens here. And then, look at the pink blooms on the crepe myrtle. The Japanese beetles love them, and I can't push them away. They're just always on the top, probably eating the blooms or the leaves. I know they're very destructive. And then come down here. So if you guys remember, I had all the roses here. Those are all gone, and those will be in the front, or they're actually in the front, so I can't wait to show you that. And then I actually had another seating area here. I'm going to be planting these, so these are just kind of on standby till I figure out what I'm going to do with them, the lemon cypress. So this is just kind of a nice little nook to come and read a book under the shade. And I love it. I love, or if you're sitting here and you just want to relax while you're done eating, that's a good little resting spot there. What do you think, Jay? Do you like that? I do. Okay, so I am going to tell you guys, which I was totally bummed and so sad. I almost, this variety, which I can't remember the variety of hellebores, I lost almost all of them here in this area. The aphids went crazy, and no matter what, they were still after them. And it was a continuous war, and I think they won the war, and I lost my hellebores. It's part of the garden. It's part of, like, if you're not on top of it, you got to make sure you always come and inspect all your plants and turn the leaves around, move things around to see that they're in a healthy, with no pests and no issues. And I think I kind of was a couple of days that I didn't come out here, and they won the war and they ate my hellebores, but I'll have to get some next year. So here is the red bud and all her little beautiful green leaves. I love this color. I love now that she's just turning all green, and then she'll turn a little bit more red, and then all her leaves will fall. And look at this topiary, you guys. I have to trim all of them. I try not to trim so much during the heat, so you'll see all my boxwoods are very hairy, but when I do trim them during the heat, they burn, so I try not to, I take off a little bit, but not too much. But look at, when I did her, she was about this tiny, and Jade laughed at me. She's like, Mom, that looks really funny because she's so tiny. And then all of a sudden she's like, bam! Look at that. She is huge. She does need to be pruned and made into a nice little spear, but she is absolutely gorgeous. And then that's the other hellebore that I lost right there. I'm not trying to show you my ugly things, but I just want you guys to see what the garden is doing here August 2nd. Oh, I got news for you guys. I know you guys are gonna say, I told you so. And yes, you guys told me so. I got rid of the lady white pinks roses. They're not here anymore. The white lady bank roses were too viney. They were too...
They were right.
They were what?
Everything that they said.
Oh, you guys were right. Yes, I was wrong. I thought I could tame the beast. I could not tame the beast. They were wild. They were exhausting. I had to come out here and keep intertwining them with this trellis back here. I finally said, that's it. I can't. So you guys were right. This is a mistake I made, and I make many mistakes. But you never know. If you don't experiment, you don't know. Sometimes it works and sometimes it didn't. In this case, it did not work. So what I ended up doing is I ended up putting the Coco Loco roses on either side of the bistro tables. So I think they'll do really good here, because where I had them before, where that chair was, it was shade, so they kind of didn't like it that much. But right now they're getting that full sun, and I think this will be the perfect spot. It will look neater. It won't look so woolly and just, you know, hair everywhere. So yes, I made a mistake and they went to a nice neighbor's house. And then everything needs to be trimmed, but I think it's going to be in the high 90s today, so I will not be doing that in the next week, maybe in a couple of weeks once the temperatures hopefully cool down. And then look at this. So these I saved from the front. This is supposed to be a cafe au lait dahlia. I'm not sure it's a cafe au lait. This one's, I need to take this one off. But I'm not too sure. So I actually took 2 tubers, guys, and I divided it and I put them in the pots, and I was hoping, you know what, I want to see them in the back here, so I'm going to put them in the front of this bed. I'm not lying, 2 tubers from the tubers were divided from the same plant, and look at that one. That's a buttery yellow. It is a beautiful buttery yellow. It's supposed to be a cafe au lait. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened, but that's not cafe au lait. And this is, I thought cafe au lait had more blush in it and not so much of the lilac, but they're both beautiful. And I've enjoyed them so much, and they are so beautiful. And the first one that came out was that big. It was absolutely gorgeous. So I put those in the front so I could enjoy them, because nothing's in the front as the dahlias, because remember we had the dahlias in the front, not any longer. And then here is the little garden here. Everything's doing really good. I got the delphiniums, and then the lupins that are, ooh, and some things need water too. Those poor foxgloves back there need water. But it's actually, for being this hot, everything's doing so well. And these Veronicas, which also need water, I actually transplanted these behind a pot. I found that they had a little starter one coming up, so a little seedling came out, and I replanted them, divided them, and put them all along this little potted area, or this little garden area. And then those dahlias came up from the last couple of years. And then this is what I call my water lily dahlia. So I think she is so pretty. She just reminds me of a water lily. Look at how pretty she is. Isn't she gorgeous? So pretty. So because a lot of my attention has been up in the front, yeah, some things have been kind of left to their own, but they're doing good so far. And then the zinnias here. I always love zinnias because the butterflies love zinnias, and I love just to see all the little butterflies, the bigger butterflies all come here. And I think I stayed with a pink and a purple, and what is it, pink, purple, blue, white color scheme. I think that's what I did for this area. Kind of wanted more of a soft color palette. And I think everything's looking really good for being neglected so much. Oh, and something I do want to show you guys is the rose trellis here. Look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. I was pretty surprised how much growth it put on. The Sally Holmes rose, look, do you guys remember when I bought this? She was kind of small. I keep extending her all the way to the edge of the trellis, and then take her up, and look at all those blooms that are getting ready to bloom. And then all her beautiful single petal roses here, but in a cluster. Look at that. Look at this, Jade. This is so pretty. Isn't that pretty? So that's done really well. And I do sit here. I sit here a lot, and I look out this way, and I get the beautiful sunset and all these beautiful, like the rose tunnel. And I call it now, this is my gazing garden here. So I look up and I see all the crystals, because anything with bling is my thing, and all the roses, and it just makes me so happy, and it's such a pretty vista too. And the Estoma, the baby tears, are doing really good. I will tell you guys on a little secret. So I did put some Proven Winners water soluble fertilizer. They did not like it. So I did burn some of them. You guys could see I burned some of them, but they're starting to grow back. I don't know. I thought they'd be happy, but it's okay. Live and learn, right? And then look at these beauties, the limelights. Ah, look at their flowers. They are just huge. And then the shade garden's doing really good. Everything's looking really good right now. For being the forgotten kids right now, they're doing all good. And this is a great view, Jade, with the Climbing Edens pretty in pink and the crepe myrtle tree with all the pink. This is literally a pretty pink picture moment. I love pink and it's so pretty. And let me show you this. To kind of bring the pink over here, here's the Princess Charlene of Monaco Rose. And this is just her bloom that started opening this morning. Look at how pretty she is. Look at her colors. She almost starts, Jade, with, actually I just noticed that, like a little bit of yellow you see in the inside of her petal, and then to this beautiful blush color, and a little bit of kind of a soft corally. She's just so pretty. And again, another beautifully scented rose. And I think that concludes our garden tour, guys. And I cannot wait to bring you to the front part of the garden. So remember, the front part of the garden is still a work in progress, but I have so much to show you, and that's going to be a longer video, and I have so much, like, just ideas of what I have planned for it. So hopefully you guys stick around since you have, and thank you again for always being amazing, and it's such a great garden community. And this has become, I want to tell you, I think of you guys all the time. I think about my YouTube channel all the time, and it has filled a spot in my heart that I love just to see everybody and hear everybody's comments. And it's my hobby has brought many people pleasure, and I love that. And thank you for following me on my garden journey. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't so already, and hit the notification button so when I do post, and hopefully a lot sooner, because I've told myself this is going to be the last time I go this long without posting, just so you guys get the notifications. And once again, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day, and have a wonderful weekend, my friends. Take care. Bye-bye.